Another episode, House of Playmakers, based in the DFW. My boy Trayvon Boykin, Paul Dawson, man. We back on another one, man. We got Steven Johnson coming in a little later.
Special guest
Steven Johnson, Star Telegram from Fort Worth.
Gonna give us a bunch of insight on the team this year.
He'll be in a little later.
Yeah.
For now, but we're gonna kick it off with Ray J and
You want to start it off with that? Well, pop it off with Ray J. We got pop it off with Ray J.
Yeah, pop it off with Ray J, bro. That we need to see that every month.
Look.
We need to see that all the time, bro. That was the most funniest.
You wanna talk about Ray J. I wanna talk about Earl Spence.
That's cool.
I want to talk about Earl Spence. I got a little bit to say about her. I gotta get something off my chest. So, a lot of people in the city been talking about Earl Spence and how, like, he washed up, he trashed, and all this, that, and the third. Right? I think. He fought. No, he fought 14. Okay. He been fighting since he was 15 years old. He 30 plus now, right? So he 15 years deep in the game.
What does that mean?
I'm giving context behind what I'm trying to prove.
What does it mean?
I'm finna get. Let me get there. Let me preach to you. Let me talk. Let me cook.
You need to hurry up.
I just started.
Come on. You giving me the stats? That don't mean nothing.
The water in the pot ain't even boiling yet, brother.
Bro, you telling me the stats? I know his stats.
Okay, you know his stats. You know his stats, right? Mm-hmm. The fact that he took his biggest fight after one of the most traumatic experiences of his life, I think that's a testament as a man. A lot of people don't do that. You go fight your toughest opponent after a car wreck like that and don't nobody give you no leeway. We seen the way that he walked out to that fight. Everybody was like, He looked dehydrated. He looked he don't look that. I'm just saying.
Car wreck.
Yes, a little bit. Because I don't want to get no grown man no excuse. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I don't want to get no grown. I'm saying this is my reasoning behind Earl Spence.
Okay.
I see all these videos on YouTube and social media talking about the downfall. It's like, bro, it's 28-2?
Yeah.
When have we ever said somebody that lost two fights their whole career has been a downfall? Like, the bro had a accident that tossed him from a robbery of a car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that was crazy. But
it would be different
if it was legendary for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Bro, legendary.
Earl Spence has had a Hall of Fame career.
For sure.
I just want to put that out there. Like, Earl Spence has had a Hall of Fame career. But a lot of people in the city, I think it's almost like being a Cowboy fan, bro. Dallas fans, bro, I'm not bullshitting. Dallas fans is just hard to please. Mm-hmm. Because after the fight, before the Terrence Crawford fight, everybody was like, we ready to see the fight.
But listen to this, it's not just Dallas fan. He a world champion. He got fans everywhere. So what about his fans across the country?
But I'm talking about hometown. You know what I'm saying? That shit mean, like to me, that kind of mean the most.
I feel like everybody feel the same way. It's 50-50. Either it's the car wreck or people just think
he lost it.
He tried, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And I think the only reason you can say he lost it has to be from the car wreck. Right or wrong?
And that logically makes sense.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree. Okay. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
But I know you seen a lot of people that were like, I don't ever want to watch an Earl Spence fight again. Whoop the whoop, this, that, and the third. And like, and I don't necessarily agree. And this is me.
I think bro made the right decision by retiring.
Yes. I just don't think it was the good timing. I think, because if he wouldn't have lost, let's keep it a book. If he wouldn't have lost, I don't think he would have retired.
That means he still got it. If
he still had some. So my thing is take that L on the chin and give bro his props. But I feel like it's almost like a situation where like you took the shine and the light away from somebody who beat you because of like how great you is, and then like, okay, I'm gonna end my career here. We kind of knew you were gonna retire if you ain't had nothing left. We kind of knew that from the last two fights.
I feel like he was tested. It was a test.
It was a test. So he was like, I'm going to just go and hang it up. Nigga, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I just think the timing element of it all, like, it became about more of Earl Spence retiring than Buddy winning.
What you think about his opponent?
Was
he good? What would you give him out of A grade system.
I would say okay.
A B C.
Me watching the fight.
System.
Me watching the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Earl, by he getting old up in weight, so like he can't fight at 147 and 154 no more. So he got to go up to 160.
Mm-hmm.
But when they weighed in at 160, and then when they got to the ring, bro was way bigger than that. He walking. I had never seen Earl get walked down. No, I'm talking about the Mexican fighter.
He was bigger.
He was bigger than Earl. Like I never seen Earl get walked down the entire fight.
He was bigger than Earl at the weigh-in.
No, at the weigh-in,
after the weigh-in.
you 160. You can't be no more than 160.
You talking about after the weigh-in?
So after the weigh-in, when you get to the ring, after the weigh-in, it's like 2 days. Yeah, you get like 2 days before the fight when you weigh in.
He went to eat some pieces.
So you can bulk up a little bit. Whether he ate, I don't know what the fuck he ate.
He went to eat some pieces.
But I'm saying you can bulk up a little bit
and some pasta.
Maybe some pasta. Guys will get some carbs. You feel me? But I'm saying with that, I do think he kind of like controlled the fight, being the bigger fighter, even though they both weighed in at 160. And then
so you saying he was out there bullying Earl?
He was. Damn. Earl was reaching. Earl was scooting back. But he had never fought at 160.
Them two sizes, them two opponents, it was almost the same. Like
a lot.
That's a normal fight. It ain't like one was super big and one was small. Like it was almost even. So it ain't really that one. At that point, it's about skill. Like you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I like fighting big. 6'5".
Yeah.
I'm 6'2". I want a challenge.
Hold on.
I want a challenge, you know. I don't want to just be wasting my time. I want to get better, you know.
James, did you hear that shit?
What? I'm not.
That boy said he's 6'2".
Yeah, I'm 6'2". You don't think so?
Oh no! Come on. We're gonna push past that. We ain't gonna let that be the title. I told can't nobody get up under my skin this week.
What do you mean?
At Leo season. Look, 6'2". Nigga, you be 6'4", 5 like Kirk. Go ahead.
What are you?
I'm probably 5. The paper say I'm 5'11" and a half.
And the paper say I'm 6'2".
Okay.
So what is the issue?
Okay. I want to get into Jaden Daniels a little bit then.
Okay.
He got a little controversy going on with LSU. With the whole jersey and him feeling like he being treated differently than a Joe Burrow. First of all, I'm going to say this, and it's just all due respect. Boy, you ain't Joe. That's all due respect. You ain't Joe. Joe done been to a bowl. Joe done been to a bowl now. Joe done been to a national championship. Joe is top 5 in his field. You understand me?
At LSU.
No. Joe in the right league, now is top 5 in his field.
In the league.
Okay. Give me your top 5 and Joe. If Joe ain't in it, who the hell is you picking? You got Josh.
It's a lot of great players.
I'm talking about quarterback. You got Patrick.
It's a lot.
You got Josh Allen. You got your Lamar Jackson.
It's a lot of great players. It's hard to list them one by one. You know what I'm saying?
4 and 5 is a toss up.
It's hard to. You know what I'm saying? Putting up somebody number 1 and number 5. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the time of the year.
No, it ain't. It ain't hard to put no.
Who better out of Lamar and Pat?
Pat. He got the most rings. It's about
listen.
I argue with my homeboys all the time. If you
was the GM, you would take Pat over.
Knowing what I know now, duh. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what I know now, duh.
So who would you relate yourself to?
In the middle?
Nah.
I'm in the middle.
So what you saying? Lamar can't throw?
No.
Damn,
why you put words in my mouth?
But I'm saying, so what's the weakness of Lamar? Why wouldn't you choose Lamar over Patrick Mahomes?
Okay, I'm finna tell you why.
Because
it's not Lamar, it's the resume.
Okay.
The resume speaks for itself. You got one person resume who say this, you got one person. It's just like if you put in your job application, you tell me that you got
it's different.
You got 4 awards in this field, and he got 1 award in this field. You get what I'm saying?
So you saying the person who won the national championship our year better than you? Is that what you're saying? No, it don't matter.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Okay, and my point is, I'm the number 1 linebacker. You saying the person who won the championship better than me?
No,
exactly. So it don't matter about
I'm
awards.
not saying it, but
it don't matter about awards.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
If you can't grade every position the same, linebacker compared to quarterback. Quarterback is. I'm going to tell you.
It's a team sport.
I'm going to tell you a few things that factor a good quarterback, because I argue with the homies about this all the time. Right? It's a few things because we talk about Shador. It's a few things that come with being a good quarterback. Completion percentage. Right or wrong. I don't give a damn for how many yards you throw for if you only completing 40% of your passes. It don't mean nothing, right? Touchdown to interception ratio.
Okay, look, what happened last year with Lamar and his team? You talking about championship?
Injuries.
No, that game.
That was a few years. That was a few. That was a few years. That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago.
Okay, well, whenever they went that far.
It wasn't his fault.
Exactly.
It wasn't his fault.
Exactly.
It's never been his fault.
Okay,
but you play what position?
I'm gonna take Lamar.
But you play because you're a linebacker.
No,
that's why you feel that way.
It's things that Lamar can do that Patrick can't. Lamar got twice as many rushing yards as passing yards. Does Pat? No.
Okay.
And they both 15,000 yard people a year. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you gonna let me finish my points. I gave you the first two.
Lamar is a runner as well. Lamar is another running back. Am I right, James?
Okay.
Lamar's another running back.
You gonna let me finish my point.
Another weapon in the backfield.
You gonna let me finish my point.
Is Patrick another running option?
Yes.
Another running back.
I'm not saying no.
So you'll put him on a sweep toss?
No.
Okay.
But being a quarterback is not about being put on a sweep toss.
I'm just saying.
I just need you to be threatened. I just need you to threaten the defense.
As an organization, I would rather have that player because he can do more. And he championship minded.
Bro, you probably like light skinned females. I may like dark skinned. Everybody got their own taste type. Okay. It's cool.
You right.
I'm just saying.
I guess I was trying to persuade you that he better.
You was. And it's not going. It's not going. But
right,
look, this is what I'm saying. I'm still choosing Patrick Mahomes, knowing what I know now, right? Because resume. Okay. Both can be neck and neck, right? Mm-hmm. But when we want to talk about what's gonna put who over the top, I gotta take Patrick Mahomes with the championship. And it's no shade to Lamar because he's championship quality talent and all that.
Your reason is
but you have not done that yet. Okay. And that's all I'm saying. Like, I think, bro, like I said, you got, as a quarterback, you're judged off a few things, right?
Okay,
turning the ball over. Like I said,
when Mark Andrews dropped that ball, you don't think they would have won it that year?
I do think they would have won. I can't predict the future. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who you think I am. But I can't predict the 40
a game.
I get that. I'm just saying, bro, sports are meant to be played because on paper, it can look like gold. That shit can be very well bronze when they get out on the field. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, all I'm saying is
you'd rather take Pat.
I would take Pat right now, knowing what I know. But out of college, it was a toss-up.
No, I'm talking about right now.
But right now, I'm taking Pat because, bro, he 2-3 rings deep.
Okay, cool.
I got to. You'll be a fool.
And it's coaching too. Don't even get me started.
Yes, I'm not. Hey, look.
I got you.
It's a whole bunch of shit that come into play.
And Lamar, oh my gosh. Let's see what he do with
Justin Fields
this year.
He a backup though.
It don't matter. He gonna put him in and he gonna use
He gonna have packages.
He gonna use them.
We gonna get into a little bit of Jaden Daniels. I was just cooking.
Cool.
I was just cooking. So Jaden Daniels is going through some BS, or as Dion say, some bullcorn.
I think he going through
bull jive.
BS on two ends. Wasn't Diggs talking to his mama? I seen a picture.
No, not Diggs.
Yeah,
Brandon Ayuk.
Nah, Diggs was talking to his mama too.
No way.
I seen the picture, bro. Yeah,
nah, you can't.
Most recently,
you
bro.
can't.
You gotta keep, bro.
Don't do that.
Keep stepping.
Don't put that on. Don't put that on tape if you don't know for sure.
I ain't even go.
Okay,
Stephon, do you?
Hey, as he is, he gonna do him regardless.
Just be respectful, you know.
But I know Brandon Ayuk has said something, not necessarily about like his mama per se, but him just always being.
Yeah, he said, because they beefing, right?
It ain't even a beef. I don't know what it's more. Yeah, okay, fuck it. You can call it a beef.
Yeah, because he tweeting, yeah, that's a beef.
They going back and forth, yeah.
Yeah, I just seen that it was a tweet. He basically said, ask your mama or get permission from your mama.
From your mama or something. Yeah. How you feel about that? You can't say nothing. How you feel about it?
But why Brandon Ayuk doing that? Like, why? What you think?
What's your MO? What's your motive?
I don't know. I thought he was trying to play for them.
Yeah, I feel you on it.
I don't know.
I feel you.
Maybe he heard something through the wind that he didn't want him to come, or bro just ain't go randomly. Hey, mama jokes, cause that's serious.
Yeah, you can't play like that. No. I definitely feel you on that. I feel you on that.
Maybe bro said, don't bring him here.
No, I don't think it was that. I think it was more so he said Jaden Daniels texted his phone and said like, hey, like, this is my team. You gonna have to listen to me now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Remember that? And he said, I probably respect you a little bit more if your mama wasn't running the show. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much is what he said. I'm. What do you say? I have no dog in the fight. Do not shoot the messenger. You understand me? I'm just here to tell the news or report the news. I ain't here to do nothing else. I don't make it. You feel me? So what I'm saying is, do you think? Hold on. I'm gonna ask this one question. Do you think she a little bit too involved?
No.
And be okay. Be transparent.
Now my question is, because mama can be manager, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no, I'd rather keep the money in the family anyway.
Yes,
you know
absolutely.
Mama, this is her job. This is something for her to do every day. I don't want to just sit in the house bored, you know.
Yeah.
She involved. She come where I go, you know.
Understood.
Stuff like that. We travel together, you know, making money.
You think is she a single mom? Is the pops around?
I think she's a single mom.
Okay. Once again, like I was saying, special guest in the building, Steven Johnson, TCU, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. I done had a few articles written on there. I know you done had a few articles written on there. We speaking with the main man himself. They're going to probably give you more insight than definitely we can on the team as far as TCU sports and football and anything else that's really kind of going on with the team, from the good, the bad, the ugly.
Anything in the city, he know.
Yeah, so let me introduce you, bro. Tell the people where you from. Introduce yourself. Let these people know who you is, man. It's the platform. You can kind of do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Feel free.
No, absolutely, man. I'm Steven Johnson, TCU beat writer for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. This is year 5 for me. Okay. I got here a couple months after Sonny Dykes did. So my origin story is a little complicated. I was born here in DFW in Carrollton, but we moved when I was like 3, so I don't remember nothing about.
So he don't claim the city, y'all. That's what he trying to tell you. He don't claim the city.
But I always wanted to move back, though. You know, everybody. Yeah. Some people dream of living in New York, LA. My dream was to live in like DFW. So it was a blessing to get that opportunity to cover TCU. Growing up, you and Josh, y'all in 2019 LSU are like my favorite college football teams of all time.
That's crazy because we finna get into that.
Who's that, Joe?
That's Joe.
That's
what I'm talking about. You see what the fuck I'm talking about? You see what the fuck? I ain't even have to mention it. Mm-hmm. He brought it to me. You understand me? I ain't have to say that, but go ahead, Pop it. Go ahead, man.
And I was always mad that the EA Sports college football ended before we got to y'all. Yeah, man. That always hurt. But it's been an honor to cover TCU. It's an honor to be here, man. So I appreciate y'all inviting me up, man.
Yeah, man. You got I'm gonna ask you again, but you can put your Twitter, your Instagram,
for sure.
Whatever you want to put out there. I was arguing with this fool here. I ain't gonna call you a fool. But fool, let's say you ain't supposed to call people fools.
Exactly.
But some of the shit you be saying that come out your mouth, just I don't understand. We was talking about Jaden Daniels and how he in the whole situation with LSU with the whole jersey and feeling disrespected and it kind of rolled over to a whole nother conversation, but we're going to keep it at the topic at hand. I'm going to say, Jaden, if and y'all can tell what I want to tell them, you know what I'm saying? Worry about winning some games, brother. College is over with. Fuck is you talking about some LSU football for? Let's keep it a buck. Fuck is you talking about LSU football for and how do you feel, whoop-de-whoop, this, that, and the third. And we was talking about how you said mama's perfectly involved. I think she is too. I don't necessarily think this is nothing that she's planning in his head. He just may be a little emotional behind the situation because he see how one person is getting handled that won a Heisman Trophy at the school compared to another person is getting handled who won a Heisman Trophy at the school. But what I would say is, bro, you had LSU is a university with culture with a little bit of you know what I'm saying? So when it's just like the number 7. You over here tripping about your number. It's an honor to wear the number 7 at LSU.
Right.
So you over here worried about a number, bro. Go win some games, bro. You had an awesome rookie year. Got hurt, right? We done seen CJ Stroud go through some shit where it's like, could you end up having a career like that where now awesome rookie year and then it's just downhill from there? Like, go focus on winning some games. What the fuck is you worried about LSU and a football number for? Come on, let's keep it a buck. Like, that let me know, to me, you ain't really focused.
Or he should have been, you know what I'm saying? He should have at least gave it to bro on some, hey, bro, take care of the number, you know. I'm gonna respectfully get this to you. You know, make sure
What
you do
number?
right.
You know,
Make
what
sure you
number
do-
was he?
I don't even know 5.
Thank you.
Exactly.
That's my
I'm
point
just
exactly.
saying he could have handled it different ways. Is what I'm saying. You know, he ain't have to be beefing with LSU.
The whole
Now-
team,
now it's a
man.
whole
Brandon
nother,
Ayuk
you know.
and all that. Yeah, go. Let's go back to Brandon Ayuk.
I think it's a little spoiled if you ask me.
And so, who was
What you say? What you say is mom?
I ain't gonna get into that because one thing we gonna do on this show, we gonna respect women on this show. You understand? We my mama doing her job.
It's all about parenting.
It's all about parenting,
and we ain't gonna talk about it. But come on, bro.
Yeah,
Focus-
I would
focus
say
on,
I would
you
say
know.
he need to man. I wouldn't even say man up. Just I think he can handle the situation a little bit different.
Indeed.
I think he can handle the situation a little bit
It
different.
wasn't worth it
do
from a PR stand. I mean, I am an LSU guy, so I'm a little bit biased,
Exactly.
but just from
Exactly.
you got bigger things to focus on. Now it's a coaching change, it's a regime change and stuff like that. And I'm Lane Kiffin, DJ Pickett, nice. It's all SEC.
What we talking
It's all
about?
SEC first round pick. Like if he want to wear 5, he gonna wear number 5, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like you in Washington, I'm in Baton Rouge right now, and we got to win this year. So I'm not gonna jeopardize that.
And I don't understand what did they do with Joe Burrow jersey that he felt like they didn't do with his? What was the whole conflict or the reason he felt disrespected to even begin with? Did they retire Joe Burrow?
His number's not
jersey?
retired yet, but I guess nobody's worn number 9. But the thing
Since
is,
he's left. Yeah.
my
okay.
thing is LSU's had 3 Heisman winners: Burrow, Jaden, and I think Billy Cannon. Joe and Billy won a national championship. That's why their numbers haven't been worn again. So every Heisman isn't created equal. Like we still talk about 2019. We talked about 2019 like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So it's just like a different.
2019 was different.
It was different.
2019 was different, bro. You gotta understand who he had on that team.
Mm-hmm.
He had Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. These still they still neck and neck for number 1 in the league for
Right
the last 2, 3, 4 years. You feel me? So like when you got somebody like that on your team, bro, like you worried about the wrong. You trying to compare yourself to Joe? I can. What I tell you before he came here, you can't compare to Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I like Joe got ice in his veins, baby. I like Joe.
speaking of-
Joe, my favorite quarterback. I don't care, no hands
Yeah,
down.
man.
If you told me to go pick out of all 32, I'm taking Joe Burrow.
Out of all 32,
Out of all 32, I'm taking Joe Burrow. I'm sorry.
he crazy, right? Hey man, since we talking about big time players, what are the big time players that we looking at this year coming out of in 2026, and what rewards do we have predicted for this season?
I think the biggest name is obviously going to be Jamel Johnson. All Big preseason, all Big 12, second team, all Big 12 last year. Just a dude evolved from, I think, just kind of being that hard nosed, fill the lane on a run stopper a couple years ago to now he's making plays. I think he led the team in interceptions last year, doing the same thing in camp. So if you're talking about who could be an All-American, who could be in like line for like the Thorpe Award, I think it would be him. I got to plug in my dog, Max Carroll. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. TCU lost 2 NFL linebackers, Caleb and
What
Namdi.
number is he? Number 3?
Number 3, my
Yeah,
guy.
number 3.
Memphis boy, I'm a little biased.
I
but
see him on the roster. I feel
Yeah.
like you were gonna do that. I see that was when he told me you were from Memphis. I see we got a linebacker from Memphis. Let's see if he can. But
It's crazy the standard now, linebacker. How all of them 6'3" and plus? Like
Exactly.
how is that? That's
it's
crazy.
a Sonny Dyke system.
But yeah, but could you think Jamil could go higher than Bud in the draft this year?
I think they're probably like right in that same range. Well, Bud was like the last pick of the second round. I think he's like a day 2 guy just because safety. I mean, you probably know. I mean, it's kind of hard to crack that first round as a safety. It's possible, but I think he's more of a day 2 guy. But I think he'd be first team All Big 12, All-American. Like he has that capability of being able to kind of dominate as a run stopper and generate those big plays in the secondary. And on offense, I think obviously all eyes going to be on Jaden Craig and what he can do. Had some NFL buzz last year, wanted to come back. I think made a wise decision. I want to come back, prove myself against tougher competition while also having better talent around me to maybe showcase my skills. And I think Jordan Dwyer at receiver, he's probably he's got to be the next Eric McAllister, the next Quentin Johnston.
I was just about to say that.
He's got to be like, since Sonny's came here, and even kind of going back to you, I feel like TCU's always been underrated at producing receivers, especially now that Sonny's here. So can he follow in the footsteps of a Jack Besh, of an Eric McAllister, of a Quentin Johnston, and kind of burst onto the scene as one of the best receivers in the Big 12?
How you feel about the Shelton kid?
I'm big on Shelton's potential. I think there have been people in TCU that tell me they think he has the most NFL upside of any receiver in the room.
I think he does.
Yeah, but he's just 6'4". The leap he made from his true freshman spring to this last spring was eye-opening. Like when he first got here, Terry will tell you himself, he's struggling with the press, his route running. It was tough for him, but now he's a much more confident player, a lot more physically strong. I think he'll have a big year too. I think he'll have a breakout year.
I love talking TCU sports because, first of all, if you know anything about TCU, if you don't come to this school and play with a chip on your shoulder, you at the wrong university, right? Because one thing about a lot of the players, they always got something to prove. So when you talk about the quarterback coming back, already having NFL buzz, probably could have left out of school last year. He was Ivy League, but he felt like he had something to prove. Because one thing we know about playing in the quarterback position, they always want you to go prove yourself. It's always a prove it lead. Yeah, you did it over there, but can you do it over here? And so I think this is going to be a huge year for him. I see him on all the buses going down, up and down Fort Worth, selling books to kids or whatever he doing. So I mean, I'm praying and wishing and hoping for a great season from him, especially based off what I seen from the stats. And I watched a little bit of film on him last year. Crazy. So who would you say he reminds you of if you had a quarterback comparison in the league?
Oh, in the league?
Because I got one. I'm going to tell you who he remind me coming out of school, but I want you to go first because I done said this plenty of times already.
I think if I had to pick somebody in the league, I think I would go with Jordan Love. I think with the arm talent, what he's able to do on the run.
What about
he looked at you. He jumped.
Because Jordan Love is nice. I think Jordan Love
look at Jordan
underrated.
Love coming out of school. You have to look at Jordan Love. Bro, don't get me wrong. I was just speaking on Jordan Love the other day. I was like, whoever scouted him knew something we did not know. They knew something because he wasn't buzzing.
Yeah.
He wasn't buzzing. Yeah. And then 2 years of woo-woo, before you know it, we talking about Jordan Love is probably one of the best. He top 10 right now for shit show. He top 10 quarterback in the league right now.
He's very underrated though. He don't get much press. He doing his thing, keeping his head down. He balling.
Yeah, he balling. And you got to understand the market he in too.
Green Bay.
You can always stay low key in Green Bay.
He got a few weapons around him too,
and they all young.
And we ain't gonna get into that, but
they all young. But I think that's a great comparison when you say what would make you compare him. What is the compare and contrast when you say him, like as far as the quarterback comparison?
Well, I think the arm talent really stands out. Jordan's got a cannon on him. Jaden's got a cannon on him. Jaden might have a stronger arm than Josh. We know Josh can really sling it. I think his ability to kind of escape and this doesn't really come up in practice because you can't get hit or you want to blow the play dead. But we've seen glimpses of what he can do when he's on the run, when he's out of the pocket. And I just remember that game a couple years ago when the Packers played the Cowboys in the playoffs here. I got to cover that game. And just some of the plays he makes. And I don't think Love's he's not necessarily a scrambler like Lamar, but he's mobile. He can still make plays with his feet.
It's the IQ.
Yeah. And it's usually when you need it.
I was going to ask you, what about the comparison to his IQ? Do you think it's about?
I think if you talk to Jaden, he thinks his superpower is his decision making, is his IQ. He doesn't even necessarily talk about his physical.
What university this man transferred from? You know what I'm saying? That makes a huge deal. Well, I'm no disrespect. But what did Jordan Love go to school at?
Utah State.
You feel me? Come on now. This kid was in the Ivy League. So decision making is totally different. When we start talking about I hope so. I would hope so. This is what I would hope so that with an Ivy League education that you making better decisions than somebody at a Utah.
Yeah. I'm
just saying, this ain't no disrespect. So I do like him. My other question is that running back. Payne scored the last touchdown in the ball game last year. He was one of the guys that I feel like he didn't get a lot of burn during the year last year, if I don't remember. But I know when the bowl game came, a lot of those guys came together. And he was one of the ones that stepped up and made plays. How do you feel about him making an impact like this year on the team?
I think he could be a top 5 running back in the Big 12. In the final 5 games of last year, including the Alamo Bowl, I think Jeremy averaged like 95 rushing yards per game. So he kind of... he was back up most of the year. Then Barnes got hurt, or he just couldn't come back from that hamstring. So those final 5 games, he had flashed at different. Oh, sorry about that. He had flashed at different points in his career, but now I think he showed in those final 5 games, hey, I can be a lead back in the Big 12. I'm not just a third down guy. I'm not just a guy that's only here to create chunk plays. I can get those 3-yard carries, those 5-yard carries.
When you look at Jeremy as a player, it's the perfect build, you know. That's what you want when you see a player, especially a running back. He's mobile and he's fit and he's strong.
And he can catch out the backfield.
That's what you
want.
So, right. When you start talking about guys who are like dual threat, you got a lot of, I didn't play with a lot of running backs who couldn't catch the ball. Right? You got to hand it out to them 100% of the time, right? So when you start getting guys like Jamur Gibbs, when you start getting guys like Christian McCaffrey, this is the conversation that you in now when you start talking about being a versatile back. You feel me? Like you in what's the kid from Atlanta that went to UT?
Yeah, Bijan Robinson.
Bijan. So this is your realm now. So you guys to and I do believe that he could live up to that hype if he just come on with it this year.
Who would you compare him to in the NFL?
It would have to be some scat. It would have to be some. He may know a little bit better but from the few games that I seen, he's not as good as those guys, but he can be in the conversation.
What is he?
Achane, right? Achane that was in Miami. Perfect comparison.
I don't think you're pronouncing it right.
I may not be. I may not be, but
Achane,
whatever name. He's a running back for the Miami Dolphins, right?
What is he running a 40? I'm talking about Payne.
I think he'll be a 4.5, 4.4 guy. He can go.
He can fly.
He can go. I think Travis.
I think he has that acceleration more than top end speed.
Yeah,
and sometimes that's more important.
Once
you hit that hole, you gone.
Yeah. How do you? I wanted to ask, how do you feel about? And this could be a little controversial question. How do you feel about the coaching style at TCU compared to what you may or may not have known in the past? How do you feel about like the new regime and how it's working out for TCU?
I like it so far. The new OC, Gordy Sammons, they brought him in, and I think he's brought like a different level of energy, a different level of passion. Like, I mean, he's a big dude. He kind of towers over practice.
This is the OC?
Yeah,
I met him. He from AZ, huh? He from Arizona. He came in from Arizona, something like that.
He came from UConn.
So UConn. You're right.
I'm a big fan of his, and I think he kind of brings some toughness, I think, to the team and how he kind of approaches and how he kind of coaches up his players. So the players, and both in private and when they're on camera, they say they enjoy it. They say they enjoy him being pushed. I think Kendall worked with the quarterbacks more, so he kind of had to be a little bit off to the side more. Gordy has that freedom to, I think, walk around, practice a bit, and be a little bit more involved, have a hands-on approach. So I think both with the scheme and just his overall approach and passion, I think it's been a good fit so far, but we'll see obviously next week.
Yeah, he told me when I had the conversation with him, his main thing when I asked him like, hey, what style of offense you gonna run? Because in the previous years, you done had Browse, you had guys like me with Sonny and Meacham and whoever else who came through here, right? What kind of offense you gonna run? When I first got here, we was running a hybrid pro style. It was Justin Fuente. We was under center, we was in the shotgun. So when I asked him, I said, what kind of offense you gonna run? He said it's gonna be more of a West Coast spread offense. And so when I asked him, I was like, I've never heard that combination mixed together before. You feel me? Because if you running a spread offense, you gotta think about like you on the field as fast as go. From what you played against and what I seen, you feel me?
I feel like it'll be like situational.
But it's situational. So like, he kind of slowed it down and kind of, you know how you put your own seasoning and sauce on shit? That's just all he doing. He like, look, I like the West Coast and I like the spread. I'm going to try to find a way to intertwine this. And now you got this QB coming in from an Ivy League school with these pieces around him. How has he been like what? I don't know if you've been at practice, but what does practices look like?
Well, the great thing about TCU is, and I think shout out to Sonny Dice, we probably get to see more practice than any beat writer in the country. Like we get to watch whole practices, while other teams only get to watch 15.
I love that. Get him because you got to get pro ready. I mean, at this point, you got to get pro ready.
You know what that means? He ain't got nothing to hide.
He ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah, the realest thing Sonny ever told me was like, I never lost a game because of what somebody read about what happened in practice. So I always respect him for that. Obviously, it helps my job.
That's hard.
So far, in terms of like
shit, that's a quote. That's a bar.
Hey, Sonny will get some bars off for sure.
That's a bar.
But as for the offense, I think what you kind of alluded to, it is kind of like that hybrid system. They're in under center a lot. You'll see 2 tight ends. Sometimes they'll be out there with 3 tight ends. Then you'll see maybe your more standard spread formation, 3 wide receivers, or even pistol, things like that. So the versatility, the different ways of how they get personnel. They even had, I think, a spread formation where they had the tight ends and trips and things like that. So it seems like
a big formation, right?
I think the creativity really starts.
Sometimes you do that just to keep him out there, so you ain't got to keep subbing him in and out. You know?
But and then in that, but you got to think about like on defense, what does that make y'all do, right? You still got to respect the fact that, okay, the tight end is lined up out here. So what is going to make your linebacker do?
Come on out there.
Come on now. Come on now. So what is going to create for the running back? Jeremy Payne, more running lanes, right? So when you start thinking about the scheme of things, he know exactly what the hell he doing. I can't say he don't, right? I look at one of my favorite play callers in the league is Kyle Shanahan. I'm talking about the way because you can plug anybody in that system and they successful. The last 5-6 quarterbacks that came through San Fran, if you can just pick the system up, you can be successful. I mean, I don't know what happened to Trey Lance, but I mean, goddamn, you understand me? I mean, if you can just come through and pick, so I know a play caller is prominent because even in my career, I can't say that like I had guys. I knew Justin Fuente when he first came to TCU. He recruited me. Him with Coach Burns way before you was B-Right. We all. Way before we had Justin Fuente.
I feel like I'm 32. I
turned 33, but I turned 33. This is my birthday week. Shout out to all the Leos too. I ain't forgot about y'all. You understand me? But I do know when I was getting recruited that like I said, Fuente, Burns was the ones who recruited me. I knew that play calling made a difference in games. I'll take you to a quick story. Played against Boise State. You weren't here yet. Kellen Moore was on the team. I actually played against Kellen Moore. It's kind of crazy I'm telling this story because he head coaching in the league now? Kellen Moore was the quarterback on the team. We had Casey. Casey and B. Carter went off for about 300 yards on my mop. Straight. Fuente came into he like, I've been studying their defense all week. He came in and told the whole team offensive meeting, I think we can dust these boys. No cap. I swear to God. He said, I think we can get over the top on everything. So when you go see you go watch Boise play TCU when I was there, my freshman year, every touchdown was a bum. Because we felt like we can get over the top. B. Carter, sling, go. JB, double move, go. Everything was bum. So like when I say play calling is so when this new coach come in and I'm looking at the decision making of the quarterback we got, Ivy League education. That's all I can think. You feel me? Ivy League education is all I can think. I just pray we have one of those years to where TCU may be slept on, but we can make some noise for real.
It's a team sport. He might have everything you want, but you got to depend on these linemen blocking in front of you. You got to defend these big 6'3", 6'5".
I think we solid up front.
You know,
I'm
just saying.
It's a team sport. He can probably tell us a little bit better how we is up front, but. Last year, if I ain't mistaken, who we have? The boy that just transferred to national championship team.
Oh yeah, Brock
Hoover.
Oh yeah,
we had Hoover and the Slasher Seals last year towards the end. I don't know how many sacks they gave up, but we was a high powered offense last year. I don't really see it changing.
Hey, shout out Kenny Seals.
Yeah, he
shout out Seals.
Shout out that boy.
Shout out Hoover though. I know a lot of people, and you may know from just the stories you hear around Fort Worth.
You're going to get a lot.
This is college football now. Get used to it.
You're going to get a lot of feedback about that.
Get used to it. Stop falling in love with these players because these coaches is no longer falling in love. It's not about that no more. Y'all started trying to fall in love with a coach, and he can get up and lead tomorrow.
Yeah,
nobody cares. You got it's all transactional now. So shout out to Josh Hoover. Wish him the best of luck. He's still a Texas kid from Rockwall. You feel me? What was Rockwall High School?
It's all about what's going on right now.
What's going on right now?
I'm curious to see how he do in Indiana because I do think
I'm hoping for success.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think he'll have it as well. He'll be asked to do less up there than he was to do at TCU, and that could bring out the best version of Josh. Honestly,
yeah. I had conversations with him in the weight room, and
hold on. What you mean by that?
I think he's going to have a better run game in Indiana. TCU's been, I think, 13th and 14th in the Big 12 And there's going to be. I think TCU's defense has been better the last couple of years, but Indiana plays a different style of defense. They are a more physical team. So Josh, in theory, Josh is not going to be asked to throw the ball around the field 40 times a game. He won't have to be like top 5 in passing for Indiana to get to where they want to go. Whereas last year, at least up until the very end, if Josh wasn't balling out, then things was kind of dicey for TCU up until they found that run game in like the last 4 or 5 games of the season.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, it's the same thing. I think, like I said, play calling is key. Obviously, the players you have means a lot.
Anyways, how you think TCU gonna do this year?
Anyway,
give us a prediction on the record. You think?
I'm going back. Honestly, it would not surprise me if they go 8-4 again. What? Like they could be, but here's the thing: they could be better than last year. But if you look at their schedule in November is brutal. I think they'll go into November 7-1. But you got, I believe, Arizona on the road, which that's a toss up. Mm-hmm. You got K-State, new head coach, new regime. But since Sunday, I think in general that team, K-State is always giving TCU problems. Mm-hmm. Utah at home. I think they'll beat Utah, but Utah
here.
Utah's here. Utah's here. So I think that's gonna be tough. And then you got Tech on the road Thanksgiving. So you could go into November and you're 7-1.
Hey, look, TCU, y'all want to compete? Spend some money. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it out there.
Who you talking to?
The boosters, the 4-7s, the 6 rings, the whole 9. Mm-hmm. If you want this university to be anything, you got to spend some money.
Absolutely.
Texas Tech open up their checkbook. Oregon open up their check. So in other words, you pretty much come into the games and got money in your pocket and cheering for a team that you know mediocre.
That you hope do good.
That hope do good, and y'all ain't put no investment into investing in shit just like y'all invest in everything else. Mm-hmm. You got to open up that checkbook, or we can't compete. We're gonna be down there with the SMUs and the UTSAs and I'm dead ass serious for real. Like he over here saying our running backs is 6 in the Big 12. What the fuck is that ranked nationally? I don't know for real. So like, come on, like you gotta spend some money. We gotta get some players in here that's gonna be
6 in the Big 12.
Even if it is 6 in the Big 12, what is that ranked nationally?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? In perspective, it sounds great.
But hold on, let's talk about the teams in the Big 12. We got
like 18 of them motherfuckers.
We got yeah. But we got some.
It
big
ain't the
time.
same.
Arizona State.
We talking about running backs or
no? Just the university that's in the Big 12. And that's not just 12 schools. It's like 16.
You got to start with Tech and BYU. I think
Tech, BYU,
they're spending the most money.
Cincinnati, West Virginia,
Houston's on. I think Houston's on the come up with Willie Fritz.
It's a pretty extent. It's some of the same teams we played. Plus a few more.
I like that they trying to make it competitive because at one point it was just SEC. If you're not in the SEC, you ain't about nothing. Now, Big 12, you got a little variety of different, areas. So
I always said, what's been my crazy thing about conference and games and kind of like the NFL? I wish they would get rid of all this shit. I wish they would just get rid of it all. Just random schedule this shit and whoever come out. But I get it for a playoff system. I understand it for a playoff. Like, okay, you got your division games, you got your non-division games, because you can go 8-8 in the NFL and make the playoffs, right? You got 16 weeks, you can go 8-8. I do think, like, I'm tired of watching the Cowboys play the fucking Giants twice a year. You feel me? I'm tired of watching Texas in whatever I'm tired of watching. I want to see them key motherfucking matches.
You know what that creates? Rivalries.
It do. You're right.
And you know what that creates?
Right. What?
Ratings.
Ratings and revenue.
Pick one team. Pick one team.
Because
Auburn and Alabama, cool. But they ain't got to play Kentucky every year. I'm tired of watching that shit. I'm tired of it. They ain't got to play Missouri every year. I'm tired of watching this. It's a SEC, East, West, North, South. I don't care. Just randomize this shit like they and get rid of the Eastern Conference, the Western Conference, because in a minute, the NIL shit has made it so unrealistic for people to compete. You pretty much playing with house. Like, you can't. If I got an Alabama team, there's no way a small team gonna be able to compete unless I put all us on an even platform. and I gotta play y'all at least 6, 7, 8, 9 times, 10s before somebody like a Paul Dawson want to come over and play for my university to compete against Alabama. I gotta do it for years. Be like, we play Alabama every year. You know that's a recruiting line. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But look at it like this. If you playing random teams every different year, right, that'll make it even more harder for you to choose who go to the playoffs. Because it'll be like, well,
ain't that what we want?
No, but if we had that roster last year, we would have went to the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? Because we had a better team, you know what I'm saying? It'll be so much different opinions, you know what I'm saying?
Pros and cons.
If you have like a standard
be no
and rules, it'll be more easier to.
Yeah. It's just been my whole deciding fact. Like, just get rid of it.
I think they need to do like college basketball do. How you know they do like the ACC versus the SEC challenge. I think they should do that every year in college football because instead of so much of this has come off like preconceived notion. Like we just assuming the SEC's better than the Big 12 or
the Big 10 has really skipped them, boy.
Assuming.
So now, like I feel like settle on the field. Like, hey, you got 2 games if you want to play UTSA and somebody else, but your third game, okay, Big 12 matchup with the SEC. So TCU, you gonna play Tennessee, Baylor, you'll play Kentucky and so forth, and then you start having those conferences play every year. So instead of us just talking about assumptions and conjecture, is actually being decided.
The resume is on paper.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, I feel that because one of the main things when we was coming out of school was resume. Mm-hmm. That was the biggest thing. Like, oh, who they play, where they play, who they playing, where they playing at. We lost to Baylor, beat Oklahoma, and then some of the teams that we beat, they lost to. Some of the teams that they lost to, we beat. Right? It was a whole fucking confusion. But like you said, if we would have played a Ole Miss in the middle of the year, if we would have played a Kentucky in the middle of the year, and they would have played a Alabama or whatever the case may have been, an Ole Miss, it could have probably been turned out a little bit different because those are key matches that teams of people are looking for.
Ole Miss beat Alabama that year.
The same year.
And we blew out
Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm. I know you was ready to point that out.
I'm just saying.
I know you was ready to point that out.
Anyways.
Yeah, I know you was ready to point that out.
Anyways, man, you are a news, person,
Mm-hmm.
So how hard is it, like, finding out different things? Like, where does that research engine really come from?
I guess it really just depends. I mean, sometimes it's something simple as just doing like some research. If I want to do like a story on y'all, I don't think that would be necessarily hard to do. Mm-hmm. And then there's other times when the program doesn't want the stuff to get out, and that's when it comes down to the relationships you build, the trust you build with either guys on the coaching staff,
I never thought about
parents.
That's different. Like, how does that work if they don't want you to get something out? Like what? Like
he got a job to fulfill.
I was going to say I don't want you to get not put too much out, but just the decision making. How does that work?
A lot of times, like I think every beat writer, there's stuff we know that we don't put out just so you can maintain those relationships. Like stuff you're told in confidence. Like I can't use it for a story this time, but because I didn't put it out there. Let's say let's say you tell me something in confidence, you don't want it out there, but you just give me something on background, and I don't put it out. I may have lost that chance to get some retweets and stuff, but I built trust with you. So in the future, if something happens, I'll do right by you. You'll maybe give me some info. No, I'll keep you out of it. Give me that perspective. So it all comes down to trust and relationships and how you build it, and really just kind of using discernment. Is this story worth, I guess, burning some good graces with the university?
Do you have any, when it comes to popping off these stories, right? Do you have any relationship with the coaches as far as like, hey, are y'all shooting a message like one of your players, like, if I don't report it, no matter if I don't do it, somebody's going to do it, right? So is it one of those things where like I can maybe put it out there in a better light than what it is? Because it's going to hit the fan, like shit going to hit the fan regardless. So do y'all have a relationship with coaches where it's like, hey, a player's in this type of situation, it's going to come out. How necessarily do you want us to handle this situation almost to try to keep it light?
It's kind of like that. I would say the best way, you kind of reach out and just try to want to get their perspective on it. Like obviously with the Jacob Fields situation, I would say maybe his
Keep
camp,
it light.
Yeah.
Keep it light. Keep it light. I was gonna
yeah.
get into it, but
Yeah.
keep it light. Tread lightly.
There's
Shit get wicked out here.
Yeah. Or let's say there's 3 versions of everything. There's maybe his
Right.
camp's perspective on it, and there's TCU side, and there's what actually happened. So if you hear, like I heard what maybe happened from Phil's perspective from people that maybe know him, and then you would like go back to TCU and say, hey, do you have any comment on this? And basically, it's giving them the opportunity to either give them their piece, and sometimes they won't. Sometimes hey, run with what you got. We got no comment on it. So, so I would say it's kind of like that. Not necessarily trying to put it out in a better light, but just giving TCU or Sonny or whatever coach, Jamie Dixon, whoever, giving them a chance to kind of have their piece if they want to have it. And a lot of times, well, sometimes they won't. Then other times they'll be like, hey, this isn't accurate. This is what happened from my perspective.
And then speaking, because James gave me a little bit of details before we got in here. Speaking on the situation that happened with one of our players, is there any information you would be able to give us as a public to let us know whether it's good, bad, indifferent, whatever the situation may be, about what's going on with the program?
I would say I think this is an isolated incident. It's unfortunate. I can confirm there was an altercation between Fields and one of his teammates on offense. It was bad. There's a police report out there about an aggravated assault in the locker rooms on August 13th. So it was pretty bad, obviously, when police are involved. TCU campus police, that is. And obviously, he's no longer with the team. And it's unfortunate because he was a guy, I think he was going to start. I think he would probably pencil it. He was going to be the replacement for Bud Clark.
Right.
Just had a tremendous camp from Louisiana Tech, Conference USA Defensive Player of the Year. And there are people connected with Fields, or just from his perspective, that think this could have been avoidable.
I was just about to say that.
That think that some of this was brewing and things weren't being done to kind of de-escalate it. But ultimately, I think it was a situation of a young man, 21 years old, young kid that just didn't handle some adversity on the practice field the right way and kind of put himself in a obviously a bad position to where he lost an opportunity to start at a Power 4 program coming up from Louisiana Tech. I think he was going to be a breakout star.
Yeah. I wish nothing for success for the kid at the end of the day. Like I ain't gonna wish bad on nobody at the end of the day. Wherever he goes, he's successful, whether he can work his way back into the program or not. But I think this goes to show a lot of kids decision making. And can you make a grown up decision being like in this type of predicament or situation? Because now you can transfer from, like you said, a Louisiana Tech, a lower tier maybe school, and then you transfer to a higher tier school like a TCU or whatever, and then you find yourself in an altercation. Do you make the logical decision or do you make the emotional decision? I think the logical decision would be to try to reconcile or be, like kind of like, okay, what can I do to make the situation better as a leader on a team? Because you coming into a program, it's going to be pushback. It's going to be other shit that you got to deal with. And with that being said, I'm down with the people in the program. If you came here, you're here for a purpose and a reason. And I don't think he came over here just to leave. So if he can reconcile that situation, I don't necessarily know how, when, where, what, who he needs to talk to, but damn. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna end it on.
Hold on.
Well, look, I got. Go ahead.
What is one of the biggest misconceptions that Sonny Dykes? I feel like it's a lot of different opinions about him. What do you think?
I think Sonny I feel like people don't appreciate how good of a job Sonny has done just because of what happened with Kendall. And in their defense, I do think Sonny used a lot of his goodwill from the Natty run kind of early, bringing them in. And I think that's caused a lot of people to lose sight at the job he's done. TCU, I think Gary is a legend, but TCU was averaging 5.7 wins in those last 4 years. And Sonny has raised the floor to 9 wins. So objectively, he's done a good job.
Hold on. You ain't got shit on my boy. Like
I said he was a legend. I said he was a
I
legend.
like the way you started it.
It's not
the way you started it.
It's not an indictment on the whole team.
I'm going to stand up. Hey, he may not stand up for me, goddamn.
You can't even talk bad.
Facts is facts.
You can't talk bad about Gary. It ain't
he
nothing
a
bad to say.
legend. He started off with he a legend.
Absolutely.
Shit don't last forever.
I feel like
That's
people.
all it is.
I feel like people won't respect Sonny until he leave. You know what I'm saying? Until he done won. He done had 10 winning season. You know what I'm saying? They seeing it right now. They saying it back and forth. They saying it's a little iffy. Right now. It's crazy, but he went to a championship.
You saying Sonny? You pretty much saying Sonny? If he was the lead TCU right now, he has left his imprint in the university.
Yes, because who else went to the Natty? Exactly.
Ho. Merry motherfucking Christmas. We got our ass dusted.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't
Come
matter.
on. I don't get no sympathy to nobody.
It doesn't matter.
Making it to the championship game and getting dusted 50 to something.
Georgia that year was a different team. Anybody would have got dusted. Matter of fact, everybody got dusted. What do you mean?
All right.
So let's be
so
real.
just make it. Being run up is cool.
Getting there
was cool enough.
You just talked about
All right.
Joe earlier.
All right.
Right? Joe got there.
All right.
Right? Come on now.
You're right. Goddamn.
You gotta give props when it's due.
I said goddamn. Shit. I'm giving it to you. But
okay.
Are we putting Dykes over Coach P because he's been to a national championship?
There's no comparison.
He's been to a national championship.
Coach P
did. Never been to a national championship.
But he had national championship teams.
That don't mean shit.
It means a lot. It means a lot.
Come on, bro. Having national.
Come on.
Does it mean underachievement?
Does
it mean underachievement?
Come on, man.
And I was on the team. Does it mean underachievement?
I won't say underachievement.
If you saying you had better players than somebody that took somebody to a national championship, if I said I had better players than you and your team went to a national championship, did I underachieve my team?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
You just said is Sonny Dykes better than P. I'm saying we're not.
Because he took a team to a national championship.
We're not comparing. There's no comparing. No comparing
what? Like
P
is definitely over Sonny.
Coach P is a legendary. Sonny gonna be legendary.
Okay.
Okay. It's no comparison.
I don't want to divide the house.
He's good at this. He's
CD
good at that.
and George Pickens good. We ain't trying to fuck around and make y'all go against each other. Y'all both great.
They both $100 million players.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so
because I you know what's crazy? I hate when I see people like draw each other against each other on some shit when y'all on the same. Y'all done played the same position or walk the same line. You feel me? Like, but when you in sports, that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you compare and contrast. Motherfuckers look at me crazy all the time. You may do too. When I think Eli's better than Peyton. I've seen both of these motherfuckers throw the ball.
I can't co-sign
I've seen both of them throw the ball. 18, 20 years of playing Madden at the line with 2 championships and only one was your fault. That's underachievement, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Eli. We're going to end it right here. How's the Playmakers? Appreciate y'all.
Quick question.
What?
Bro. Quick question, bro.
What?
Quick question, bro.
What?
One last question, bro.
Let it be. It's addressed to me and him. Why you chat GBT and shit?
It ain't nothing about no chat GBT and it's off the dome.
Is it towards me or him?
Just what game on the schedule do you think can make the difference of this season?
I think that BYU game, I forgot the date. I want to say it's game number 4 or 5. You beat BYU at home after the way you kind of got beat down in Provo last year. You're obviously going to be a top 25 team because you can beat BYU. I'm assuming you went 4-0 in those other games. You beat BYU. That will probably be the biggest win for Sonny since the Fiesta Bowl, I would say. I mean, I guess you could say the Alamo Bowl, but the Fiesta Bowl. October 3rd. You win that game, you establish yourself as a Big 12 title contender.
That's a game. That's going to be tough.
Now, they playing BYU.
That's like her.
So they got a different coach though, right?
Now, Sataki's still there. So, I mean, they don't bring back really receivers.
You're
but,
absolutely right. October 3rd, BYU Cougars at TCU.
Mm-hmm. So they bring back a lot of that O-line. They bring back LJ Martin, Bear Bachmeyer. There are a lot of those defenders, some all Big 12 defenders. So
quarterback was a Freshman last year, wasn't
Freshman. I wasn't impressed with him, but as he went the season, he can ball out. So if you can beat that team,
he got a little dog in him.
If you can beat that team, you put yourself on the map as a legit playoff contender, Big 12 title contender.
I'm gonna let this be our last question. My last question. 2 of them. NFL, college. Give me predictions for college football national championship this year and NFL Super Bowl winner this year, or at least predictions of who you feel like gonna be in it. I'm gonna end mine there.
I think Ohio State has got the most talented roster. I think they probably should have won last year. I think they're gonna win this year. At NFL, it's less a prediction and more a hope. I just hope my Ravens get it done this year.
Boy,
is Ohio State spending money?
Oh, 40 mil over. I think they said 17.
Ask TCU what their budget is, and they want to compete. Come on now. You just heard what he said Ohio State was, 40 million.
Mm-hmm.
You want to compete, you got to spend 40. At least 30.
And how many players on the roster?
I think they should be 85 or something like that.
Everybody's it's slotted though. QB gonna make the most and Durham, so on and so forth. But
I'm just saying it's an average of $500K. That's crazy.
That's easy.
Mm-hmm.
I know. We got oil tycoons in Fort Worth.
40 mil, 80 players.
We got an oil high Texas Tech. I'm challenging folks now. Spend that money. Spend that money for a word. Spend that money for a word. If you want TCU to compete, spend that money.
Spend that.
Spend it. Hey,
spend that.
Spend it. Hey, play that. Spend that shit. For real.
Appreciate
if you want TCU to be something, man, come on, dog. Yeah, appreciate it, dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We go, man. Have some